Yeah. So, good afternoon, Mister. One of the doubts for tomorrow's game is if Boavista brings 3 or 4 defenders. So I want to know, how do you prepare the game and what are your expectations for the match? Thank you.
Yeah, of course, that's always that you don't know exactly the approach of the opponent. So Boavista played a lot at the beginning of the season, also in our first match with the back 3, and last matches they played more back 4. What they do tomorrow, we will see. So we are prepared for both. I think we had the same situation on last Wednesday in the Champions League. So we also haven't known before the match if they play with back 4 or back 3. So it is something we are used to, and I think when you see the whole season, I think we played more against back 5s than against back 4. So I think for us it's a difference for sure, but I think we are used to it, and at the end we always try to be focused on ourselves, and I think we know that Boavista is a very good team. I think we played a top game a few months ago in Boavista, and then we deserved also the win, and I expect that tomorrow we also need a top performance, and we are prepared for that, and now we have to play the game.
Hi, Mr. Claudio Constantino, CMTV. Porto is now only 2 points behind Benfica. They won yesterday with a controversy refereeing. What I want to ask you is this creates additional pressure to Benfica, and do you fear that the referee's mistake might have an impact at the end of the season? Thank you.
First of all, I haven't seen the match yesterday, but that we are under pressure the whole season is normal. So if you're in a competition with a lot of good teams, then of course it's not easy to become champion. That's what I always said, even when we were a few points more ahead than at the moment. I already said that there are a lot of matches to play, so I expect a tough race until the last match day. So we are prepared for that. And what we are doing is we are always focused on ourselves. So we are not too much focused on the results of opponents. At the moment we are first, and now we have to play top 90 minutes in our stadium against Boavista. We have to be disciplined, concentrated. We have to play forward. We have to defend in a very good way. So that is in our head, nothing else. So we are not looking every day on the ranking. So I think the results and the ranking is a consequence of how you play on the pitch. And I think we did it well until now this season. Also last Wednesday we played a very good match in the Champions League. So we have a lot of confidence, but we always respect the opponent tomorrow, and also all our opponents in the league.
Hello, Mr. Roger Smith. You say that you are not worried about the 2-point difference towards Foco de Porto, but are the players worried about this, and is it something that you talk about in the locker room or not?
No, when I talk about my mindset and my attitude, and it's also a little bit the attitude of all of us. So I think we are there on the same page with the players. So at the moment I see a lot of happiness, a lot of confidence in our team, like the whole season. So I think I already said everything in the last question, that we are focused on ourselves.
Hello, Mr. Schmidt, Gonçalves Gestas, SIC. Is it hard to change mentality from the Champions League game to a league game against Boavista? It's a different reality. And since you are here for a long time now, what can you tell us about your perspective of the Portuguese league? Is it above your expectations? It's below? What can you tell us?
I think it's always a task to be prepared for the next match. It doesn't matter if you played before Champions League or not. I think we are used to it. So the whole season we were playing in different competition. So to be ready for the match, that's the biggest task we have, and also that's one of my biggest tasks to prepare the players, tactical wise, physical wise, and also regarding their mentality, their sharpness, and everything. So that's what we saw this season until now. I think we saw a lot of times a team which was ready. So I think And to play at home for us is always something very special. So we haven't had so many home matches this year. So, and we are always happy to play. So that's always an extra motivation for us. Yeah, I think it's not for now. It's not the moment to make already like a conclusion about the Portuguese league, because I think we are in the middle of the season now. So I still get a lot of experience. What I can say is, in my opinion, it's a tough competition. A lot of very tough matches, hard matches. I see a lot of good teams, good coaches. They are preparing their teams in tactical wise, always in a very good way. I see a lot of individual quality, and so I appreciate this competition, to be honest. And that's what I can say right now. But there are still a lot of match days to go, and at the end of the season, maybe we can talk a little bit more detailed about this topic.
Obrigado, boa tarde. I don't know if you noticed that some of Benfica players are calling Chiquinho Zizou. So I wonder if the coach have found a new Zidane, and how do you explain the grow-up of the player tactically mainly, and becoming a first choice for the team? Obrigado.
To be honest, I haven't heard about it. But maybe I have to ask the players what is the reason for the name. I don't know, but there are some similar things what Chiquinho is doing. So especially to keep the ball, I think he's very strong in that. So I think that was also one of the big qualities of Zidane. So he was one of the greatest players ever in the midfield. So I think there are a few more matches necessary to reach the same level. I don't know if it is possible. But what I can say is that I'm very happy about Chiquinho, to be honest, because until now, at the beginning of the season, he already showed his quality. He had match time, but not that much, and it was difficult for him to be a starter in our team. But like I always say, so when the players stay positive, they stay fit, they try to use the training also to develop, and one day they get their chance, then of course they can get also the reward for the work they did before, and he's a very good example for that. So we changed also a little bit his position, because in my opinion, as an offensive midfielder, he can also play there in this position, but when you see the profile of him, so how he is able to control the game, to be available also in the build-up, to find the right position, to make no mistakes under pressure, also with the ball, his technical behavior with the ball is very good. His first touch is good. His passing is good. And if you see, he can run a lot. He's good in duels, and it's a little bit more the profile of a central midfielder in our system. So we tried him out on this position in training. He did it well, and then we started also giving him match time on this position. And then after Enzo left, of course, there was a new situation, and then from the start, after he got also the opportunity to play in the starting 11 on this position, he showed very good performances. And of course now with the confidence, and he's playing better and better. And even in Champions League, he played a very good match. So I think Chiquinho is a very reliable player and a very good example that also in his age, so he's not very young anymore, but of course he's still young, but not 20. You can still perform, you can still develop, you can reach a new level, and I hope he can keep this level.